joined by Al Worden. He is an astronaut and an American hero. He was part of the Apollo 15 mission, and he was also one of the few men really to walk in space. Walk me through what you're doing out here today, because obviously you've been working very closely with the Director General of the UAE Space Agency.
I'm here with Coleman Worldwide. They provide the U.S. pavilion here at the Dubai Airshow. As part of that, we started a scholarship program, which we hope will further cooperation between us and lots of countries. We now have 8 countries that we're working with, and what we do is we have them select 4 students and a teacher, and then we pick them up and take them to space camp with the hope that we will excite these kids about space. They will come back and talk about it, and we will begin to direct these young people into science, technology, engineering, math.
That's what we're important.
About 5 years ago, I started going around the world with Colonel Al Worden. I met him and came here to Paris. We went to London, we went to Dubai, we went to China. We've been around the world talking about STEM and getting kids inspired. This is the kind of guy that I'm dealing with, a guy that's been on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood 11 different times because he wanted to help inspire kids. Today, some of you might know we presented a flag flown to the moon to our friends at SIAE. We've presented flags that Al flew to the moon to the Royal Air Force. We've been presenting gifts to different host nations for a number of years, and we kind of came up with an idea and said, you know what, moving forward, let's put together a scholarship. We were announcing today the Astronaut Al Worden Endeavour Scholarship, and with that scholarship, we'll be flying 4 children and 1 teacher from each of those nations to Huntsville, Alabama, to the space camp. So Al, you've been an inspiration of ours, and as long as Coleman Worldwide is organizing pavilions around the world, kids are going to be showing up down there. We named it the Endeavour Scholarship, obviously after his command module, Endeavour.
2 or 3 elements that make our program unique are that, first of all, it's anchored around an Apollo astronaut, and when these guys speak about challenges, about the importance of technology, every one of them is living proof that their lives hung on the thinnest of threads en route to the moon and back. So no one can speak to the significant importance of STEM training than a guy like Al Worden. Doing it in the context of the U.S. Pavilion at a major international trade show makes it special too, because this is a nation-to-nation gesture. And in our capacity as the official representatives of U.S. industry in London and Paris and Singapore and Dubai and all the major air shows in the world, this is a statement of from our country, if you would, to theirs.
I thought Dubai was the perfect place to have the first introduction of students into our program.
It was. Dr. Al Worden and the space agency, the UAE Space Agency, were so proud to be involved. They were smiling ear to ear as he announced the names of the students and the teachers. We were honored and pleased that the U.S. Ambassador, Ambassador Ricolta, was able to be on hand, and immediately he wanted to be part of it, and he was thrilled to put the jackets on the kids and on the students, and they got a wonderful certificate. Handshake from Al and a photo, and it was really just a good afternoon. Immediately at the closure of the official ceremony, CNN was there, and they didn't want to talk to Al, they didn't want to talk to Dr. Al Worden, they wanted to talk to the students, and every one of them, one after another, got in front of a microphone and a camera and were on CNN, for goodness sake. So that's something to go back and tell your mom and dad and your classmates.
It's a great start to something that will end up being worldwide. We'll be doing the same thing over and over with all these other countries, but that was a wonderful start to a growing program, which we hope will have a significant impact on those of the next generation.